Voldemort's back, baby. I thought it would be nice to do a theme of reading blue books this week or so, these few days, couple weeks, because I'm currently reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire because this is the 20th anniversary of this book and I want to finish it so badly. I haven't read it in such a long time and I forgot how different it is compared to the film, because if you've seen the film, as we all know, the two schools come on the first day of school, right? Not in this, they come in October, a month later. Yeah, I'm loving the book, obviously it's Harry Potter, but I was like, it's blue. Let's read blue books for a few days or a few weeks, however long this video is. Let's read blue books. I'm currently like 170 odd pages through. Malfoy is basically being tormented by Moody. If it's a spoiler, I'm sorry. But Malfoy is being played around with. No. For this video, we're reading blue books. Now when it comes to books that I own that are blue, yeah, I'm realizing I don't have a lot. What in series do I own? See, none of them are blue. I was like, I could start a new series, but they're purple. And I want to reread The Deal, that's red. But the other version I have is blue. Or is it a green? Don't come at me. I know I have two copies of The Deal, but I love this series, okay? This is the indie, not the indie. I have all the other books in indie, but these first two in the off-campus series, and I'm so annoyed. But this is the bloom. They're both bloom. No, this is the bloomed edition of it with the OG cover. It's not really, let's turn a light on so you can see. I just turned on the sun. You're welcome. It's not really a blue, it's like a green. A greeny, like an aqua. I don't know. And then that one's red, which is sad because I want to reread this series. That's my goal this year, is to reread this series, and I kind of want to reread the Hunger Games series. So there's no books that I have that are in a series that are blue. So then that just brings us to the blue part of my bookshelf. Books that we own that are blue. We do have a shelf here. I might show you. Let's see. These are my blue books. I do have some more over there as well. We could read some standalones. I am thinking, it's not the cover, okay. We're going spine and cover can be blue. I say that while I look over there. But the spine is blue. The cover is purple. Blue, okay? It's allowed. I'm thinking Nothing Like the Movies. I loved Better Than the Movies, actually. Yeah, Better Than the Movies. Loved that book. I think it's a 5-star. But more that I think back on it, it's probably a 4.75 star. Not a 5, but at the moment, at the time, it was a 5. So I am thinking Nothing Like the Movies. I am also thinking Lucy Checks In. If you haven't read this book, it's basically Lucy, obviously. She goes to Paris, does she? Or somewhere in France. Rennes, France. So she's in Paris and she's working at a hotel. It's a very short book. It's under 300 pages. 274 pages. It is a small, short book, which I'm like, I could read this one as well. Those two are probably on my radar, along with obviously Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And then I do also have The Princess by Wendy Holden. Wendy Holden is basically a Princess Diana retelling, I think it is. A story about Diana. It's not the truth. It's inspired by obviously what happened in Diana's life and everything, but there is that one, but she's a thick one. I think we might just stick with those three. I do have a novel love story on Kindle because I brought that, so I could read that. A novel love story by Ashley Poston. Ashley Poston. Love her writing. I've read a few of her short stories. Love them. So I could read that if I want to read an ebook. We picked our TBR for the video, and they're the books I'm in the mood for. Too physical. Right now I'm gonna go brush my teeth, get ready for bed, because the Grand Prix is on. Not Grand Prix, the I don't really have to watch the qualifying. We'll watch the Grand Prix. We won't watch the qualifying. One thing with reading Harry Potter is I'm realizing the fans there are not going to be hear me. Never mind. How some of the lines in the book are just like the film, like copy paste, and it's really good to see. We're here to talk about the Goblet of Fire. I'm not done, but we are 60% through. Pretty happy with myself. We haven't started the second task yet, but like there's such a big gap, I feel like, between the first task and the second task in the book. And a lot of the stuff that's happening in the book, because I haven't read these books in such a goddamn long time, a lot of the stuff in the books compared to the movies, it's all over the shop. Like Malfoy being a ferret happens earlier on in the book, like chapter I don't know what, like the first couple of days of them back at Hogwarts. But in the film I feel like it's halfway through. Yeah, because they finished the first task and he's being thrown around. So yeah, I've just been reading. We have read the Triwizard Tournament that has happened. Yeah, what chapter are we on? We're on chapter 26, the second task. So we're literally about to start the second task in the book. There's also so much in this book that doesn't happen in the films, and like only those who have read the books will understand and know like the backstory on Hagrid. Like you find out in this book that he's half giant, yet you find out in Order of the Phoenix, the next one, that he's half giant because he shows us his brother, who is a giant. Or half brother. His half brother, who's a giant. So that's where we find out Hagrid's half giant. But in this one we find out because Rita Skeeter, what's her name? What's the bitch's name? Rita Skeeter. She writes an article about Hagrid. She can bugger off. Anyway, yeah, that's my update on the Goblet of Fire. Can't believe this book is 20 years old. Hi, it's been a hot minute. Like literally it's been such a long time. At least for me it has, for you probably not. But Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, I've been reading on my Kindle to and from work every day, and then over night time I lay down and just like, you know, that's the best thing about a Kindle is you can actually lay down in bed and read, but with a book you have to be a certain way. I'm 86% through. I'm just gonna say where I'm up to because this book in particular has been out for 20 years now, and everyone has watched the films. Everyone has either watched the films, read the books, or done both. Plus there's a TV show coming out soon, so like everyone knows about Harry Potter. And if you haven't, I'm sorry for spoiling it, but like I feel like at this point in time it's a modern day classic. Harry Potter is a modern day classic series. Voldemort has come back. He's alive. That's basically it. And the Death Eaters are there. They haven't fought yet. Chapter 33 because the Death Eaters are here. So I've read like 30 pages today so far, which is pretty good. We have just over 50 pages left. Let's talk about the Goblet of Fire because we finished it. I finished it on the way to work, or at work actually, is when I finished it. We have finished this beast. Voldemort's back, baby. Very happy I finished it. I'm very proud of that being finished. Finally. I think I started this January, which is a long time. I know. Let's move you. You're a bit high. At the moment it feels like a 3-star. I feel like this book is just info dumping. A lot of info dumping, especially towards the end, obviously, because you've got Voldemort explaining what happened and how things are gonna go and kind of like telling off the Death Eaters. And then you've got Crouch Jr. explaining how he got away with it and stuff. And I do like how the writers for the film turned this book into what it is now, the amazing film that it is now. And I'm gonna say I do like the film better than the book. Prisoner of Azkaban, book 3 is still my favorite to this day. The book is so much better than the movie, and if you love that movie, read the book. Oh my god. You get so much more information on Miranda's map. So much more, how it became 2. You also get more information on Harry's dad and him at school. It's just such a good book, book 3. Book 4 just isn't it for me, but I finished it and I'm really proud of that. So 3 stars. We have finished 4 out of the 7 Harry Potter books. We are over halfway and I'm obsessed. But right now we're not gonna focus on that because this video is a light blue books. And with that, we are going to be moving on to Lucy Checks In. We're only on chapter 2, like page 18. We're only 18 pages in this book, which isn't too bad, but I'm at the moment I'm in an ebook mood. we will continue with Lucy Checks In, and then once we finish this one, we will go on to Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I'm about to finish Lucy Checks In. I've got like 50 pages left, and I realized I've barely spoken about this book. I feel like I've barely touched on it in this video compared to Harry Potter. This book, I don't even feel like I've mentioned what this book is about. Basically, you're following good old Lucy here. She's in her 50s. She's been through a lot in the whole, what does she work in? She works in the hospitality and like the hotel industry. She was like a manager at this really huge famous hotel, and then she was also dating the owner, and the owner of it ended up taking everybody's money and running off with it. And she, for some stupid reason, everyone's like, oh my god, you knew because you were dating him and like you're also to blame, yet she didn't run away as well, which I'm like, why would you just assume that she was in it? So she had no work for years, and then what's her name, the owner of Hotel Paradis, she emails Lucy and was like, hey, do you want to come work here? And she takes up on it. The hotel ends up being a rundown hotel in Rennes, France, and it's so run down. Like, she's got to basically build it from scratch, like fix it up, do the rooms up, decorate, paint, everything. And she lives in the hotel, but not in the actual hotel, like in a barn that was transferred into apartments. A whole bunch of people live there as well. It's such a cute story. Like I said, I've got 50 pages ish to go. I'm on 238. I think I've got less than that actually now. I've got 40 pages. Less than 40 pages to go, so I plan on finishing it. This isn't a 5-star. This is definitely not a 5-star. There were parts where I'm like, oh, I like that quote. There was one where one of the girls who lives in the apartment, she witnessed Lucy crying and said, don't worry. It's like Lucy was apologizing for crying, and she's like, no, don't worry about it, you're just letting out the poison. And I love that. I love that crying for her is like, you're just letting out the poison. Love it. Yes, things are happening. Well, obviously things have happened. There is a romance. It's not the key point of the story. It's more of her moving on with her life and finding out things. So that's always nice, but definitely not a 5-star. Okay, I'm making myself a hot chocolate because you're not gonna believe this. I finished that. I know. It's May 1st and I finished a book already. Ideally, like I said, I wanted to finish it yesterday, but movie night kind of ruined that, and that's okay. It was a good movie night. And I will admit, this book, I didn't love it. However, there were like quotes, bits and pieces in it that I was like, oof, that hit. It's basically just rediscovering yourself and doing things for you. One thing I do like during each month is on my like little bedside table, but for the couch, I stack the books, all the physical books that I read on there, so I can see them throughout the month, and then I get rid of them and put them back on the shelf. Or I do have this pile of books that I want to get rid of at the end of the year. I'm trying to sell them, and like if they get sold, cool, extra money. If not, send photos out to friends of mine who do read and see if they want any of them. If not, then go to some free little libraries and donate them. And this is going to be one of those books that is going to be in that pile. Yes, it did hit home, but it's not like a book that I'm like, oh my god, I need this in my life still. It's one that's like, okay, cool, I did it. Goodbye, farewell, thank you for the journey. But now, ladies and gentlemen, Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. I've only read one other book of hers, which is better than the movies, and I DNF'd something to do with Amy. Accidentally Amy, I think it is, by Lynn Painter. I DNF'd that because it was just fucking instant love straight away, and I'm like, nope, not for me, thank you. This one I'm excited for. I do have some high hopes because I fell in love with Liz and Wes, right? Yep, Liz and Wes. Fell in love with them. I loved them. I loved Liz. Her love for romantic comedies, loved it. I kind of have high hopes, but I kind of don't. Pretty sure they're in college now, right? Let's have a look. One thing I hate about second chance romance is some of the time they cheat or they do something and I'm like, I can't forgive you if it was me myself. And I'm really hoping he doesn't do something that I personally can't forgive him, because if I can't forgive him for it, I'm gonna hate this book. And I don't want to. Okay, so it's kind of like a love triangle as well, because she's talking to a new guy. We got dual point of views, ladies and gentlemen. She's stuck with the quotes from films at the start of each chapter. Oh, I love that. I'm excited but also scared. I'm a little scared. Just under 550. Okay, so 430 something. I only know because acknowledgements are 438. But let's give it a go, shall we? I've got my hot chocolate. Let's sit on the couch, maybe read a few chapters. Okay, so the first chapter, just finished. He broke up with her because he went back home because his dad died, which is like understandable. He then didn't end up going back to college. He quit, dropped out. They did long distance for like 2 weeks or something. He broke up with her and he still has feelings for her. They're now at a New Year's Eve party. They were dared that they weren't gonna kiss. And Liz accepted it. He went, no, that's a no for me. Walked out, left the party. And now the next chapter is his point of view again, a year and a half later. They broke up because he didn't want to communicate. Miscommunication. I hate that trope. Well, this will be interesting. I wanted to do an update on Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, as I haven't given you guys an update since I started. I'm on page 326. We have been flying through this book and I'm loving that I'm flying through it. Like, I find when I read Lynn Painter's books is I just fly through it because I don't pay much attention. Well, I pay attention, but like I don't pay attention to the page numbers or like where I'm up to in page wise and like percentage wise in the book, because I'm just reading it. Her writing is just so easy to flow through and read. It's literally like, she is similar to Jennifer Lynn Barnes for me. Little White Lies series or Debutante series, her Inheritance Game series. Easy. She's easy to read. So I feel like they are very similar for me. I'm not enjoying this book as much as the first one, I don't think. And I have an idea of something, which I was going to tell you guys ages ago, but I just kept reading and forgetting to pick up the camera. I have an idea of what I think is going to happen for the third act problem. And if that's right, then I'm going to be a little devastated and a little annoyed, because I don't like predicting things in books. As much as like going, I was right, I don't want to be right. It's the one time I don't want to be right, okay? Anyway, I have to go. I need to leave in like 20 minutes to get to set, so I will do some more reading tonight and I'll let you guys know. But we're doing so well. We're doing amazing. Oh, the camera's not set up. I really can't be bothered fixing that. So I have like 30-ish pages left of Nothing Like the Movies. Ignore me being in my pajamas, like what I slept in. It's my day off where I'm 1, not working, 2, not on any sets. Like, I have a complete day off and I plan on doing nothing. Plus my cramps are killing me and I want to do nothing. So we're gonna finish Nothing Like the Movies today. It's not my favorite, but we're gonna finish it. We are on chapter 43. I have taken quite a few photos of this book only from quotes from other films and movies and TV shows and stuff like that, because there are 2 Hunger Games quotes in here from the first and second book. I hate it when books go, he growled. What is this title? What is this title? Omaha 6-ish months later. Just say 6-ish months later. Or are we in Omaha? I don't know. I don't know the US. States, countries, towns. US is a country. Yeah, okay, college World Series championship game in here. Sorry, I can't help but looking on this page. It's a script. And I want to read it so bad, but I can't. Okay, I like that. That little callback to the first book. Oh, I liked that ending. We have a playlist, ladies and gentlemen. And then the acknowledgements. Only been like a few hours since I finished Nothing Like the... Pretend that didn't happen. Nothing. I was so confident too. I was so confident in that. Oh my gosh. We finished Nothing Like the Movies, okay? Nothing Like the Movies. like a few hours ago. But we're going to start off at the start with the first book we finished for this video, which was Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This beast. This, like, what, 600 odd page book? Just over 600 page book. I like the movie more than the book, which I know is saying something huge, saying a lot, but I like the movie more than the book. Prisoner of Azkaban is still my favorite so far since doing this reread. I do plan on reading the rest of them at some point, not at the moment though. I have an idea for what I want to read next. I'm not going to say what, but I know what books that are higher up on my to be read than Harry Potter at the moment. Goblet of Fire, we all know the premise. It was basically a spoiler for me when reading this, but I loved how we got Dobby and we got, what's the little other one named? Wheezy? Wizzy? Wizzy? Wezzy. It starts with a W. Oh my god. Winky! Winky. We got Winky, which I felt like it was such a nice touch to add another house elf that we've never met before. Even in the films, we've never met this house elf before. We didn't even know she existed. And she has such an important role in this book. And the franchise, really. She helped bring back freaking Voldemort in a way. She played a part, but they didn't include it in the movies, which I understand. You can't have everything from book into a movie or a TV show, which we're not even going to talk about the TV show. We're not talking about it. It doesn't exist to me. It does not exist. And I loved how we got more of Sirius as well. Sirius played such a more important role in this as well. Like, we see him in dog form. They actually go to Hogsmeade and talk to Sirius themselves. Loved that. I loved getting some more of Sirius, and instead of it just being through the fire like in the film. The next for this video, we read Lucy Checks In by D. Ernest. I feel like nobody knows about this book. I don't think there's even a lot of reviews on this. I actually quite enjoyed it. Never heard of this author. This was her second book. Quite good. Will I read another one of this author's writing work? Possibly, but I'm not in any rush. Like, have you seen my shelves? I own over 200 physical books. Not anytime soon. No, I'm okay. Wasn't the greatest. There were a few things towards the end of this book where I was like, whoa, this hit home. And then what we just finished today, Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. Yes, I know the cover there is purple, but I was going based off the spines when picking books for this video. It's blue. There's blue on the cover. It's blue. Nothing Like the Movies is a sequel to Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter. Loved that book. That book was based, not a 5-star, more of like a 4.5, 4.75 star for me. It wasn't as good as the first one. The first one I loved. This one, miscommunication. There was a fake dating trope. It follows Wes and Liz. You get dual point of view instead of it just being Liz's point of view compared to the first book, which I loved that touch. That was great. I love getting the man's point of view in a book. I love knowing what he's thinking about the chick, about the woman that he's in love with. Love it. That could be why I hate miscommunication. Because in books you get the man's point of view and you get what he's thinking, what he's wanting to say and shit. Oh my god, it makes so much sense. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're following Liz and Wes. They moved to college together just after high school, and Wes's dad passed away unfortunately, so he moves back home. His mum has a breakdown. She leaves the town because she just can't. She can't mentally be there. And Wes's sister is still there for school and stuff, so Wes leaves college, moves back home for 2 years, works 2 full-time jobs, looks after his sister until his sister's off to college, and then he goes back and does baseball. So Wes is back. Liz doesn't know, and they meet up at a party. They see each other at a party, and it's an oh my god, what the fuck are you doing here? Basically, that's just the start, really. And Wes is still in love with her, even though he broke up with her. She still loves him, we know it, but she's like a completely different person. I didn't like being called out. Both these characters did the exact same thing when they weren't together anymore. They listened to the same artist that I did, and I'm like, girl, Jennifer, don't call me out like that. Don't call me out like that, please, okay? There are 3 books for this video. Oh, you can't tell me that does not look good. That looks amazing. No, I loved this video. I think I'm going to do more video ideas like this while reading, like, say, black cover books, red cover books, blue books, yellow books, orange books, purple books, all colors of the rainbow. I think I'm going to continue doing that with this series because I love it. This was such a fun idea, and I got bits and pieces of like different books, like fantasy. This wasn't really a romance, this was just a fiction book and then romance. A mixture of genres here, and I actually really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did because this looks amazing. But yeah, that's all for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, that's fine. You're allowed for your opinions. But let me know if you've read any of these books. What are your thoughts compared to the movie? And what are your thoughts? Did you have high expectations like me? Because I did. After Better Than the Movies, that book was... Oh, I loved it. That is it for this video. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.